Hello students, in our previous biology session, we had already talked about two of our accessory excretory organs, that are lungs and skin. Today in our biology session, we are going to discuss another two accessory excretory organs, liver and large intestine. So first we will talk about liver. Here you can see the position of the liver in the abdominal cavity. The liver is an organ only found in vertebrates. It is both the heaviest internal organ and the largest gland in the human body. It weighs approximately 1.36 to 1.59 kgs. Located in the right upper quadrant of the abdominal cavity, just right of the stomach and overlies the gallbladder. You can see this is the abdominal cavity in which here is the stomach, here is the gallbladder. So liver is located just right of the stomach and overlies the gallbladder. The liver mainly detoxifies various metabolites, synthesizes proteins and produces biochemicals necessary for digestion and growth. Now next we will discuss the general functions of the liver. First, production of bile, which helps carry away waste products and break down fats in the small intestine during digestion. Actually, from the liver, bile is secreted, temporarily stored in the gallbladder, and from which it is released to the small intestine for the easy breakdown of the fats and helps in the digestion. Next is production of certain proteins for blood clotting, conversion of excess glucose into glycogen for storage, helps in the production of certain hormones, cholesterol synthesis and absorption of different types of vitamins, conversion of poisonous ammonia to urea, which is an end product of protein metabolism. Actually, after the protein metabolism, ammonia is produced, which is highly toxic. So liver converts the ammonia to the urea and urea is excreted through the urine. Removal of drugs and other poisonous substances from blood, resisting infections by making immune factors and removing bacteria from the bloodstream. And then destruction of the dead blood cells, red blood cells mainly, and clearance of bilirubin from dead red blood cells. If there is an accumulation of bilirubin, the skin and eyes turn yellow. So this destruction process details we will see after that. So now we will talk about only about that functions which make the liver a excretory organ. So liver as an excretory organ. First function as an excretory organ, removal of nitrogenous waste products. The liver is involved in the protein and amino acid metabolism. Amino acids are the building blocks of the protein molecules. So liver helps in the protein and amino acid metabolism. Breakdown of protein molecules results in the formation of highly toxic ammonia. Ammonia is detoxified by converting it into less toxic urea by urea cycle. After that we will talk about it. Our body cannot tolerate high concentration of urea and thus it is excreted in the urine. Actually, ammonia is highly toxic and urea is less toxic. So liver converts the ammonia to the urea. As the urea is less toxic, then also urea can't be accumulated in our body because our body cannot tolerate high concentration of urea also. So thus it is excreted in the urine. So by the urea cycle only ammonia is converted to the less toxic urea. How? Two molecules of ammonia, the formula is NH3, plus one molecule of carbon dioxide. By the urea cycle, it is a long procedure in which so many carrier molecules and enzymes are involved, and after that the product is one molecule of urea. So liver helps in the conversion of ammonia to the urea by the urea cycle, and this urea is excreted out through the urine. Now next function of liver as excretory organ is destruction of dead RBC or red blood cells and removal of bile pigments. Erythrocytes live up to 120 days. Actually, lifespan of the RBC is 120 days in the blood circulation, after which the worn out cells, means the dead cells, are removed by the macrophage cells located in the liver. Macrophage is the cells present in the liver which can engulf or eat the dead red blood cells. The components of the degraded erythrocytes, always you will remember erythrocytes means RBC or red blood cell. So components of the degraded erythrocytes, hemoglobin, are further processed as follows. You know that RBC contains hemoglobin. So hemoglobin are further processed as follows. Actually, hemoglobin contains two main parts. In this diagram you can understand hemoglobin, which mainly contains two parts. One is heme group, another one is globin protein. So heme group contains one iron, and the non-iron part is converted to biliverdin and bilirubin, which are the bile pigments, and excreted out. And this iron is reused by the liver in synthesis of new hemoglobin. And this globin part, that is the protein part, is used or recycled by the body, because from the protein amino acids are formed, which are the building blocks of the protein molecules. Now the details. First, globin part, that is the protein part of the hemoglobin, is broken down into amino acids which can be recycled by the body. You can see here it is converted to the amino acids which are recycled by the body. The iron part contained in the heme portion of hemoglobin may be stored in the liver or carried through the bloodstream to the red bone marrow for recycling into new erythrocytes. Here you can see that hemoglobin contains the iron, which is reused by the liver in the synthesis of new RBC, new hemoglobin, or it is transferred to the bone marrow by the bloodstream, where also it is used for the RBC production. Now the non-iron portion of the heme is degraded into the waste product biliverdin, a green pigment, and then it is converted to another pigment, that is bilirubin, a yellow pigment. Here you can see the non-iron part is converted to the biliverdin, which is green pigment. Then again it is converted to the bilirubin, which is yellow pigment. Both acts as bile pigment. Bilirubin passes through the bile, a compound released into the intestines to help digest fat. From the large intestine, it can be eliminated from the body through feces or stools. The kidneys also remove any circulating bilirubin and other related metabolic byproducts and secrete them into the urine. So the bilirubin, the bile pigment, yellow colored bile pigment, is released into the intestines, helps in the digestion of fat, the bile, you know, and from there it comes to the large intestine, and from the large intestine it is eliminated from the body through stools. And if any circulating bilirubin is left out, it is removed through the kidneys as urine. Now, more functions of liver as excretory organ. Detoxification of drugs, alcohol, toxins and poisonous substances also takes place in the liver, and the kidneys excrete this in the urine. The liver also helps in the removal of inactive steroid hormones and cholesterol. One important note: when the liver breaks down harmful substances, because you know as an excretory organ the main function of the liver is to detoxify the harmful substances. So when the liver breaks down the harmful substances, its byproducts are excreted into the bile or blood. Bile byproducts enter the intestine and leave the body in the form of fishes. Blood byproducts are filtered out by the kidneys and leave the body in the form of urine. Remember this, very important note. Next accessory excretory organ is large intestine. It is about 1.5 meters long and has an average diameter of about 6 centimeter. You can see the diagram of the large intestine. The large intestine consists of cecum, colon and rectum. 3 parts are there. Here cecum, this long part is known as colon, and this last part, small part, is known as rectum. What is the general function of large intestine? The 4 major functions of the large intestine are: firstly, it reabsorbs the excess water and mineral ions such as sodium and chloride, formation and temporary storage of fishes or stools, maintaining a resident population of over 500 species of bacteria, bacterial fermentation of indigestible materials. Very important. It contains bacteria for the fermentation of indigestible materials, which is not digested in the small intestine. By the time partially digested foodstuffs reach the end of the small intestine, when the partially digested foodstuffs are reaching to the end of small intestine, about 80% of the water content has been already absorbed. The colon absorbs most of the remaining water. So whatever the water is left in the undigested food, colon reabsorbs that water. As the remnant food material moves through the colon, it is mixed with bacteria and mucus and formed into fishes for temporary storage in the rectum, and after that it is eliminated through the anus. Now, large intestine as an excretory organ. Already we have discussed this thing. The liver is necessary for the removal of the decomposed hemoglobin or the dead RBC, some drugs, excess vitamins, steroid hormones, etc. These are secreted along with bile, and these bile byproducts are finally entered the intestine, mainly first in the small intestine, then to the large intestine, and removed from the body through the fishes. The large intestine therefore plays a role in the excretion, especially for hydrophobic particles. Hydrophobic means which repels the water through its surface. So it helps in the excretion of this type of particles. So by that we are ending the full chapter of the excretion. So from this full chapter, if you are having any query or doubts, you can let me know by commenting in the comment section. So bye and have a good day.